box. Well, actually, I think that's the airbox with the filter removed. So that's question number one. On the GS forums, people are talking about adding weather stripping to this thing, and I'm not really sure what that means. So that's question number one. Question number two, come over to my carb layout. Actually, it's oriented this way. Some of the needles in the slides seem a little bit askew, and they seem to slide in and out pretty well into the, I forgot what it's called, but that hole. They seem to slide okay in there, except there's a little bit of resistance. I'm concerned about that, but I don't think I hope it's not critical. So that's question number two. Is that important or not? And should these be cleaned, I guess, is kind of a secondary question. That you can see that there's some greenish stuff on the tips there. Maybe with some carb cleaner, clean that up. So question number three is, I got the gaskets out, but they look pretty bad, and they're very, very hard. Like very hard. And I don't know if they should be maintained or replaced. And the other question is, with the floats, they also some of them have some gunk on them. I'm not really sure how to clean them without hurting them. So that's, I guess, question number four. And then these guys are pretty important. I don't know the exact names, but I know that this is a needle with a little spring in it. And this is, I believe, for the choke. And I don't know if this should be put into the carb cleaner or not. So that's question number five. I had some other questions, but oh yes, and here are this is the fuel tube, and this is the vacuum tube, and I had to cut this off, so I absolutely need to replace it. This one says, the manual says to replace it every 2 years, so I guess I need to replace that. So question number six is, where do I get short lengths of tubing like that? And then I guess the rest of what I wanted to take a video of was just a commentary, was that I definitely needed I bought this special screwdriver to get into, I think this is the pilot jet. None of my other screwdrivers could fit into that hole. So I ran to the hardware store and did that. I was pretty happy with I built a ground down the tip of a screwdriver to fit the main jet properly. I kind of sacrificed a screwdriver to make it thicker, and I used just a drill with a grinding attachment. Another tool that was useful was to fish out some of the stuff. Again, I'm not sure what the names are. I made this guy using some snips over here. But overall, this project has gone okay. I'm still a little bit not sure what should be put into the cleaner and what shouldn't be. I know that I have these little O-rings are coming on order, and I'll replace those. These gaskets are all in pretty bad shape. You can see they're discolored and they're pretty hard and brittle. This is the fuel T line that goes in between carbs, and that seems okay, but it doesn't have any gaskets to replace. Oh, a couple of questions not relating to the carburetors, but relating to kind of general bike stuff. Number one is this cap is really loose, and none of the other caps are. There's two on the other side. This one's super loose. I don't really even know how to get it off, and that's question number seven. How do I get that off and figure out why because I don't want it to rattle when I'm riding around. And then there's this bolt, super rusty, right here on the top. I was wondering if people have a suggestion about how to clean that. And speaking of cleaning, there's a lot of kind of oily, gunky residue on these are for cooling, air cooling the cylinders. So I really want them to be clean so that the air can flow over them and cool them off. And I'm not sure how to clean them off. So that would be nice. I guess that's question number 9 or so. This also is an aesthetic question. This, I guess, is covering the crankshaft, I guess, and the transmission. And you can see that there's something going on here, and it's kind of I tried some chrome polish on it, didn't really help, but it would be cool to get that shiny. And I did some chrome polishing of the exhaust here, and that worked really, really well, so I'm happy about that. Oh, you'll also notice I took off some of the retaining bolts for the airbox so that I could move it around a little bit to get the carb out, and that helped a lot. It's probably not necessary, but it helped me. It's my first time doing it. You also see that I thought this was cool. She has the original Suzuki mirrors, which I thought was neat. So anyway, that's about it.